I've got a fly crawling about in it. Oh, you dirty. Welcome back to the channel. It's Sunday. I'm finishing off rubbing the front of the clam. Jonathan's rubbing the side skirts that have got fish eyes in them. I was out here yesterday but didn't record anything. There was a power cut. It was a bit dark in here, so I didn't record anything yesterday. So Jonathan was just saying he's rubbed through a bit of paint on the side skirts. He says, you didn't put much paint on there. And I says, give us a break. I haven't painted anything in 16 years. And he says, well, you said it was like riding a bike. And I said, well, I used to fall off them all the time and all. It is nice, like, painting something again, though, eh? It's a rewarding thing. I suppose this whole thing's quite rewarding if you're prepared to put in the time and the effort. And we're nearly done anyway. Well, nearly got these ready for paint. We're going to paint everything outside, out the booth. We're just going to paint it in here, out in the open. We're going to wet the floor down because it's really windy outside, so there'll be dust blowing about from the wind coming in. So we'll wet all the floor down. Also stops the paint sticking to the floor. Not that we haven't probably painted the floor in places anyway, but I'm not going to use the diesel heater at all because it's the only two things that I can think of that could have caused the issues that we had with the side skirts, you know, and the fish eyes. So yeah, I came out yesterday and rubbed in the dark the front bumper and the bonnet. So the front bumper and the bonnet's ready to paint. This is nearly ready to paint. Got a door over there, it's primed, still needs rubbed. The roof needs rubbed. Jonathan's rubbing the side skirts. I'm not going to do it all the same colour because I went and got another white mixed. I didn't like I got 4 diamond white for it. I thought it was the right thing to do at the time, but really it isn't. Apart from anything, it's cream, and that's not fitting with my Stormtrooper sort of vibe. Not that I'm into Star Wars or Stormtroopers or anything, but like, you know what I'm saying. I don't like Batman either. Yeah, so the paint, I've got 5 litres of white that's the same as it's the same code as the white of the gel coat. It's just nice and white, really white. So I just figured it would keep it simple if I kept everything the same. Yeah, so hopefully doing everything out in the open will avoid contamination. So at this stage in the process, you'll have noticed I'm not using a machine on the big areas or anything. That's because if this was to, for a start, the machine can take off like areas too fast, so you can create like edges in a flat panel, well, in a curved panel, you know, you can see where the machine's been. Whereas this, I'm able to go in that's also why I'm going in circles rather than straight lines, so that I don't create any flat edges. It's always cross-cutting itself. Also, you can pick up a bit of shit underneath the sandpaper, so like a little bit of grit or whatever manages to get under the sandpaper. If I'm doing it by hand, I can feel that instantly and stop, because that bit of grit will just go, you know, create loads of scratches right throughout what you're doing. So by doing it by hand, you're reducing the chance of that happening. It might happen, but you'll know that it's happened, you'll know where it's happened, and you'll be able to stop it as soon as you realise. But you just wouldn't know with a machine. So while you were away, we've got the floor wet down, we've got these blown off. We still need to clean them up and tack rag them and panel wipe them and whatnot, but we've wet the floor because that helps keep the dust down. Anything that we blow off lands on it and stays there, and anything that was already on there kind of holds it down onto the floor as well. So it's a bit of a redneck paint job really, but it's the only way we can do it in here. So wetting the floor just reduces any possibility of, we've got a lot of wind going on outside again, and you know, there's gaps under the door and stuff like that, so keeping that wet stops anything blowing in and hopefully reduces the potential of any contamination, dust contamination on the panels. Jonathan's just started masking up the roof now, and I'm going to start tack ragging and cleaning up the panels. So we're just about ready for paint. Jonathan's got the paint mixed. I'm suited up. Yeah, I'm kind of shitting myself, to be honest with you. I'm quite nervous about it because if anything goes wrong here, we've got a major thing to sort out. So, you know, everything's crossed at the minute that we don't have any problems. Yeah, painting shortly. Roof's there. Then we've got the bumper and the side skirts over there. How do we get that there? Bonnet and the clam. So the only things that aren't getting done are the doors, which need to be done on the car because we need to have fitted the doors to the car, filled in all the holes, and then we can paint the doors. So that's the only thing that isn't getting done. And we're going to use the white, the RB200, I think it is, so that everything's all the same colour as the gel coat and everything like that. So yeah, start shortly. Right, so we've been right round it. It's had 2 coats. Everything's looking great. Apart from the clam, there's a couple of bits that are a little bit dry. Really difficult to get to. There's so many different angles on the clam. It's really difficult to paint. So there's a couple of little bits. I'm going to actually crawl inside to paint them from the inside because I'm struggling. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm actually painting backwards towards myself to be able to hit these bits, and I haven't got them quite enough paint on them. So we're going to go for a 3rd coat of paint on the clam. The bonnet has actually had pretty much 3 coats of paint now because I've double hit it. Everything else is looking good. The sills are looking good. They haven't reacted again. There's no reactions anywhere else. There's a couple of little nibs of dust that we're going to have to get, but nothing major. We've got one little run on the back of the clam near a vent, which I've hit it a little bit much, but again it was quite a tricky area to be getting. So the clam is really difficult to paint. There's that many angles, like, so everything else is tickety boo. The bumper looks lovely. The roof looks great. The bonnet looks spot on. The side skirts are absolutely acceptable. Just need a little bit more on that clam, and we need to give ourselves a bit extra paint just in case we have to do any flattening and polishing as well. So, you know, because the paint's like sitting on top of the water, it's sticking to the bottom of my shoes and actually created a fucking like a layer of paint, like a chunky layer of paint on the bottom of my shoes. That's it all hit. The clam's got 3 coats on it. The bonnet's got 3 coats on it. The side skirts have got 3 coats on it. The bumper and the roof has only got 2. They don't need any more. Yeah, really happy with that. Most of it. It's got a glassy finish. There's not a lot of orange peel. At the minute we've only got 1 run. The whole process with this, we're doing it cold, in a cold building, not the panels heated up, anything like that. You're prone to getting runs. You're also prone to getting orange peel because the paint doesn't flow as well because it's not warm. It's hard to see but on the camera, but it's also hard to see in real life. The lighting isn't great. It's alright, but it could be better. This was a really difficult bit to get in that area there. It's alright though. Ah, no! We've got a fly crawling about in it. Oh, you dirty. I think it's took a piss in it as well. Now what we can do about that now. We've just went from 99% like super chuffed with it to 95. But even with the fly, I'm still chuffed a bit. I don't think I could have got it any better. I didn't think I was going to get it this good, so just have a look at the side skirts. You can't really see it, but these are good. These are really good. I know we can't see a lot here, but I said to Jonathan before that I was visualising myself driving home, absolutely ecstatic with the job that we've just done, and I think that is how I'm going to be driving home. I'm chuffed to bits with it. And then the last bit of the roof. A little speck in the middle, yeah. But apart from that, nailed it. Absolutely buzzing. You buzzing, Jonathan?
Oh, I'm always buzzing.
He's always buzzing. Oh dear. So we're back, it's Monday, the day after Sunday, which was the day after painting day, and most of the bits of the car are painted, but I'm not going to show you that first. I'm going to show you the floor. Now we did wet the floor down, but we weren't able to move any parts because obviously it was all wet and we had everything laid out here. The clam was here, so the oversprays landed on the water's evaporated, and now Jonathan's floor is, well, it's white. I had said to him a while back that I would paint the floor after this was done because I'd already made mess on it, but now it's really bad. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to move the car back. I've put all the bits back on it, so I'm going to move it back, clean the wheels up just so I can get a couple of pictures of it, and that obviously it's nowhere near done yet, but it's painted and it's shiny. We've got a few little issues with it, including the fly issue, but nothing too major, so I'm going to clean it up and then we'll have a little walk around. Right, here we go. So we've just kind of mocked things up just so we can see how things are looking. When I say we've mocked things up, we've just sprayed the mirrors black, and then up here we've just put some black tape, and again in here just some black tape, just to give the visual of how things are gonna look when it's done. Absolutely love it. Oh yeah, we've Posca paint penned the handle as well. It's ultimate body shop tool. Obviously we've just done this so we can see it, you know. It's a shame the doors aren't the same colour white, but absolutely love the colour of it, like that icy white. It's so much better than the cream. We've got some tape going across the back there and just sat the lights in as well. Get that visual, because it's like a little reward for us, this. You know, we've not seen it, you know, no one's seen it. You've not seen it. I need to adjust that side skirt, it's sticking out a little bit, just need to adjust the mounting on it. Any like misalignment stuff on it now, literally everything's just sat on the car, nothing's bolted up at the front or anything. The side skirts are loosely bolted on, the clam's on loosely, and but yeah, absolutely chuffed with it. And as far as the paint job's concerned, I'm absolutely gobsmacked that I've got it this good. There's bits where it could be better, a little bit of orange peel in places and stuff, but all things considered, because it was just painted with no heat and out in the open, it just shows you what's possible. It really does show you what's possible, doesn't it? Like, you know, like there's people at home thinking, oh, I couldn't do that. Like, look at what we've done it in. Like, this is not a body shop, you know, we're not kit up for that. But love the way that works so well. Do you think then, Jonathan, to do the bottom of the mirrors white, like that bit, yeah, and the top black, I think that'd be the...
Would probably look better.
Yeah, we'll put some tape up here as well, just so we can see. And once it's all blacked inside and the honeycomb meshes are in there, you won't really be able to see in deep, so it'll just be that shape. You can see now the shape that I drew on the design video that I done. Just flows in nicely to it, and the back is just, yeah, it just looks absolutely fantastic. Well, let's have a look at our little fly incident. See, if it hadn't, I don't know what you see there, but like there's a couple of little, like, I don't know what you'd call them, craters. Everything else is just surface, and they'll probably polish out, but that's where I'm sure it pissed on it. I don't think I'd have got it much better in the booth. And bearing in mind as well, like, we've painted this with like really poor light as well, so a lot of like this putting the paint on, I couldn't see what I was doing. I was just guessing. Again, that little dip down in there, I think that looks great. Go up to my favourite bit, all these shapes here. I'm just so looking forward to polishing this. I know it's a bit weird, but like running a cloth over this is going to be an absolute pleasure. So still a lot to do. I think we needed this. We needed to see it together just as a, like I say, a bit of a reward for all the hard work, because that's what we're doing it for at the end of the day. We want to be able to stand back and look at it and go, we did that. There's some tiny specks of dust, and it will need a flat and a polish, but very light, nothing major. The only run on the whole of the car there, and it's you can't even see it. It's pretty much gone. It's not so much a run. It's just a little bit of a sag that runs across there. But
oh yeah, it's more or less gone.
Well, you can barely feel it. Yeah. What's next? We need to set moulds of the side skirts, and we need to make another door card for this side, isn't it? So we've got this mould down here that we're gonna. We're also Jonathan's adapted the bottom of the mould there. He's put that bit of trim on there, which then will give us the return edge on the bottom of the door, which then rigids the bottom of the door up. It'll be nice and stiff on the bottom of the door there. So we've got to make a door, mould the side skirts, make some side skirts. Doors then get fit onto the car. We can then lose the Cre8ors, do the returns and stuff, and then the doors will be able to paint, and at the same time we'll be popping out a set of side skirts, and that'll all go on at the same time. So I need to chest the guy that I got the wheels off as well, because he's found the centre caps. So he said he was going to send us them, but he hasn't. So yeah, absolutely. Apart from seeing the car finished now, one of my biggest things I'm looking forward to seeing with it is the vents. I think these vents are just gonna, I don't know, I just think they're gonna totally set it apart from every single other RS200 build that there is, because nothing else has got that. At this stage, could not be happier with it. So that's where we're at. That's cheered us up, because I was feeling like shit for painting Jonathan's entire garage. Amazingly, he's not that bothered. Because he's quite sensitive about his floor and that, but I've made a mess of your floor, haven't I? But you're not mad at me, are you? I'm going to get some paint. We'll paint his floor, make his garage look like new, and I'll make up for it. I'm not the sort of person that takes liberties like that. So, we're nearly there. Right, that's me done for the day. Might be back here tomorrow actually for a little bit, but we've got some fiberglass resin getting delivered, so we can get on making the other door and mould the side skirts. But for now, I'll get off. That's probably a video. Where's Jonathan? Say bye, Jonathan.
Bye.
Here's Dave as well. Say bye, Dave.
Cheerio.
Right, thanks for watching, guys. Pressing buttons, all the good stuff, and we'll see you next time. Bye.